Peace. How y'all doing? This message is for whoever needs to hear it. This is a after the breakup, no contact reading, no communication. What is your next steps in this situation? Because now in this separation, you have the opportunity to replenish. Is kind of what I'm hearing. Replenish, refresh. All right. And I don't know, some of you are taking this person back. Some of your people, some of the people that you're connected to are not taking you back. But overall, I see you healing. I see you coming up with new ideas and being more inventive. And I also see you prospering. I see you obtaining that, being fruitful, being nurturing. You're looking at things and you're going to be planning and evaluating. You're using all of your expertise, whether that's being a nurturing mom or being a boss bitch, right? Or being, somebody who's just collecting prizes, being victorious, especially after some time of feeling defensive. There, look. After some time of feeling defensive and trying to regain or hold on to a victory, being accused or accusing someone, there's victory for you, for whoever needs to hear this, right? Whether you are the cross watcher or my main collective energy that comes to my page regularly. This could primarily be for you because we're tapped in mostly, right? But I do see you manifesting, and I do see you obtaining what it is that you want even after a breakup. But I do see you being patient with yourself, healing, and also obtaining the things that you set out. So you have a goal. You could be a Taurus, a Sagittarius, air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. All right, let's get into it. Yeah, positive movement forward. You are making a decision on which direction to go in. All right, after the breakup for the collective energy. All right, at the bottom of the deck, there goes the Two of Cups. For some of you, this is a breakup. There's an argument, separation, anxiety. There's no lack of love, right? Maybe a lack of compassion, right? With the conflict, but I feel like somebody is you and the person that you're connecting to. Really, it's not just one person in this energy. There's multiple. Someone is choosing to walk away, win, lose, or draw, right? This is the end of the fight, right? No more fighting, no more conflict, no more going back and forth. But I do feel like with the fighting and the conflict being over, there's still that remnants, that energy of anxiety. But I see you trying to kind of ward off that energy, to kind of like push it back. Yeah, I feel like you're not going to allow yourself to be stagnant, even though this energy is present for you, for some of you collectives. I don't see you allowing it to keep you still, to keep you from moving forward. For some of you, there is that determination to move forward. Yeah. All right. What does the collective energy need to know after this breakup? After this breakup. 7 Swords. The other day, I was reading up on the Seven of Swords, and yeah, the Seven of Swords can be about strategy and being sneaky and deceptive. But the Seven of Swords also means that you're making a tough ass decision, and that clarifies that with the Judgment energy here. You're making a tough ass decision to move away from a situation. How hard the decision was to move away. Like, there's 7 swords in here, right? There's 7 swords, and the 2 swords here are those things that you're leaving behind. Of course, as you're leaving from a tough situation, right? You have to leave some things behind. There's some things that you just won't get back, right? And that could be anything. That could be your time, your money, your love, your patience that you were giving to somebody else. That could be being left behind, but you're taking 5 swords with you, right? So those 5 swords are that difficulty, that what you call it, the difficulty, the conflict that you had in this situation, and you're walking away, right? Even though it's difficult. For some of you, you might get snared back into this energy that you're trying to leave from. So you want to be very strategic when you're walking away from a situation that is no longer serving you, that, of course, was difficult for you to be in, and of course, for some of you, very difficult for you to get out of. What else? For the collective energy, what do they need to know after this breakup? Okay. For some of you, you could be receiving an apology, right? Whenever I see this deck, whenever I'm using this deck, and it hasn't been for a long time, whenever I'm using this deck, I see this fish as something that has something that was delicate, right? Because when we let a fish out of water, it can't survive for very long, right? So something that's very delicate, like a fish, is coming out, is falling out of the water. And the person who's holding the cup that had the fish in it is almost surprised that the fish is leaping out of the cup, right? So there could have been things that were said in this difficult time that this person regrets, and they're feeling an emotional connection toward it, or some type of emotional, or wanting to be creative and correcting that mistake, right? And this is where I'm seeing that rope come in, because here, this can very well be an apology coming in for some of you, and that apology can get you caught back into this this trap, so to speak, right? Not necessarily like somebody is keeping you from moving forward. And that could be it too, right? Because they don't probably want to see you with somebody else, or you probably don't want to see your person with somebody else. So you may be wanting to hear that apology, or you may be wanting to apologize for the slip, right? Whatever that slip might be. That slip could have been being found in some type of deceptive way, being deceptive, or being some type of strategic, planning to do something in a malice way for some of you. But this apology is very closely connected to some type of promise, or some type of commitment that you had. This could be to yourself. This could be to your religion. This could be to the person that you're separating from. And we do see an end of, and I don't want to say end like is you reached your peak and now you're not going to be happy, but this may be the peak of the development of the situation that you're in, right? And you could be remaining in this situation, and for some of you, and we see that here, and this is what the reading is about you moving into calmer water. So this could be separating from that energy where it was conflict, where it was deceptiveness, where it was a need to get away from a situation. And for some of you, you are going to be successful at moving away and creating some positive change for yourself. For some of you, this is new love. Some of you. And others of you, this is you promoting that love to yourself, giving that love to yourself, filling your cup. Because we see you losing something from this cup. Possibly a cup that was offered to you in the past. You're losing that. But I do see you regaining it, collective. What else does the collective need to know about this separation? You could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. The person that you're connecting to can be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And I just want to put this out there that the zodiac doesn't matter, okay? Humans are humans. So try not to get caught up on the zodiac sign. Or my person is a Taurus, so she's not talking about my person. We're talking about you. That's number one. We're talking about you. And secondly, the zodiac, I'm only saying that because some people prefer to hear the signs being called, or they feel more closely connected. They perk up, they listen more when they hear something that sounds familiar to you. And I don't want you to go anywhere. I don't want you to go off the app. I don't want you to miss the message because your zodiac sign is not being mentioned or your person's zodiac is not being mentioned. Listen with your heart, not just your ears. Okay? After the breakup, for the collective energy. Ooh. We got a couple of cards that flipped. All right. You got the Eight of Pentacles and the World card here. I'm going to keep this down because this might be something that you don't see coming, and we're going to address that in a minute. Okay? With the World card and the Eight of Pentacles, I do feel like there'll be some type of development, or has been development. Like we talked about it just a minute ago, that you have reached your peak in a situation. And I feel like whatever you've done in this connection, it has reached its peak. You've done the work. And now it's just time to allow whatever cycle that's supposed to begin in the situation for you after this breakup, collective, is to allow it to happen. Yeah. With the Queen of Wands energy, she's a doer, right? She's so passionate about the things that she wants, she believes in. She's very passionate about that. And she's a doer. And you can do that. You can be that doer. You can go after the things that you want, the things that you need. But what's aligning for you is to allow a cycle to close. Because you've done the work. You've done it. Now it's just time to focus on this Queen of Wands energy. Look at that. Done it. There's no need to be resistant. Right? With the Seven of Wands. There's no need to be resistant, to fight for a situation that is meant to close. Right? If it's meant to close, then God has willed it. God has willed it. You've been fighting for a really long time for a situation. And you may have not even noticed that, right? You might be sitting down now after the breakup saying, you know what, I put a lot of work in trying to make sure this relationship worked. Now you've done the work. Now whatever work you put into it, now it's time to reap the reward. That could be any new cycle in this situation. That could be you moving forward. That could be you continuing this relationship and allowing it to go to the Ten of Pentacles. But the work that you've done in this situation, the personal work that you put in the situation, and now it's time to just wait to see the fruits develop. You're waiting for that Nine of Pentacles. You're waiting for the Ten of Pentacles. You're waiting to make that reach its cornucopia. Queen of Wands. Just looking at the positive moving pole, you're going to celebrate. This is something that's coming to you that's totally unexpected. Totally unexpected. And I feel like you're going to be released from this fear. You're going to be released. I feel like you're being held in this mental, captivity that kept you from, moving in a direction that you wanted to move. Being the Queen of Wands energy that you can be, male or female, right? Because that Queen of Wands energy, listen, I love all the queens in the deck. All of them. But the Queen of Wands, when she's in the upright, can't nobody fuck with her. Because she literally can manifest whatever she wants. Because you know why? She believe that shit. She believe it. She believe it. All right. What occurs after the cycle ends here for the collective energy? You could be connected to a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You can be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, a fixed sign energy. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What occurs in this situation? What is this new cycle? For the collective energy, what is this new cycle? Okay, you got the Emperor. For some of you, this is you. You are taking control over your life. You are balancing yourself, balancing the things around you. This could be the person around you. You could be connected to a Taurus or an Aries. Doesn't have to be. You know what I'm thinking? Whenever I was looking at this ram, I think it's a ram. Is it a ram or is it a sheep? I don't know what it is, but it has those horns, and when they are ready for battle, they get their, they dip their head, they bow their head a little bit, and they use those horns as a weapon, right? I feel like in this energy, although the Emperor is seated, I feel like the Emperor is ready to defend his place, right? You could be dealing with someone who is very defensive and is ready to defend themselves at a drop of a dime. This could be you. Okay, tell me about this cycle here. All right, Judgment. Okay. We got the Lover's energy at the bottom of the deck. I kind of felt that. You're going to be making a decision here in regards to a relationship between you and someone, possibly a Gemini. You could be connected to a Scorpio, a Pisces, or another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There could be, I'm sorry, I don't want to, because this may not resonate with everyone. This is going to be a decision in regards to this connection. There's going to be clarity that is made. Tell me about the Moon. For some of you, I'm feeling like there doesn't need to be an answer in this situation. This world is closing out this chapter or bringing clarity, a revelation into this situation where things were not known, right? I do feel like there doesn't need to be any clarity, but I think that's what this world card is bringing in. Okay, this cycle, whether opening or closing, is bringing in this opportunity to give you some realization, to give you this epiphany. We did see the tower, right? To give you this epiphany, this understanding of the situation that you're in with the person that you are connected to. For some of you, this is not a breakup. The Lover's card came up right. The Two of Cups came up right. I am seeing wanting to get away, move away, and apologize. And apologizing, I am seeing those energies. And I am seeing defensiveness and trying to move into calmer waters with the Six of Swords. I am seeing those things. But what I'm not seeing is a breakup. For some of you. Tell me about that moon. You could be connected to a Pisces. And look at that. When I see this Five of Wands, and typically we see like with the Seven of Wands, we see somebody, defending themselves, standing on their ground, their stance and their beliefs. But with the Five of Wands here, somebody ain't fighting no more. Somebody not fighting no more to try to get the answers. Although you're going to get to them, I think that's what's happening. Because you're releasing, or you should be releasing, collectives, this want to fight, this need to fight, the control, to have something, to know something, to feel something. You're still going to feel it with the moon energy. But I feel more like you're not fighting, you're not being resistant. You're just allowing the change to come in. Yeah, and this is going to call in some energy for you. Whether this means that the person that you're connecting to, collectives, is noticing that you're not fighting for this situation and wanting to come in, right, and offer you this romantic connection or this invitation. But for some of you, you're already moving into calmer waters. You're already moving away from the situation. Some of you could be fighting those demons and resisting, holding on to this fear and moving toward new opportunities. You may not be willing to accept the offer from this person. That could be your clarity for some of you. For some of you, this is your person, the ex, that wants to come in and move into calmer waters because they're stressed out too. Maybe because now they see that you're not fighting for it. That's what I said here, right? Over here, this person, this individual that you're connecting to. They see that you're willing to walk away from the conflict or something difficult, and they try to catch you like a fish out of water. You know what I just heard? They think you need them. They think you need them. And you may have made them believe that, right? Some of us who love our partners, men or women, some of us who love our partners, we tend to give them that type of control. And that's not a good thing. So don't pat yourself on the shoulders and say, yeah, I like my man or I like my girl to feel wanted or needed. You can make them feel wanted or needed without giving away your power. Let's talk more about this Page of Cups and Seven of Swords, because now I'm curious. Tell me about the Page of Cups. Tell me about the Page of Cups. Who is this Page of Cups? Who are they? The Page of Cups is someone who typically holds back from you. Excuse me. They have very strong beliefs. And they are someone that you have gone through a lot of healing with in the past. Someone that you're very passionate about as well. This person is also looking for some type of newness. Whatever that newness might look like for them. Tell me about this Page of Cups. Yeah, see, this person is looking for newness. King of Swords. Yeah, this is why that cup is so small. Look at that Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person is definitely looking for newness. They're planning towards something. Ooh, they may be looking to reconcile with you. For some of you, they're probably coming in to offer you some type of stronger commitment. Okay. The reason why this person messages, will be messaging you. I don't know why I'm seeing that from that perspective with that bird, but that is what I'm seeing, right? Because I typically, when I see the King of Swords, I see the King of Swords who has this bird or messenger, not to send out messages. I don't feel that ever. I don't ever feel that. I think what he's doing is watching. Okay, that's what I think. He's watching and waiting for an opportunity, and this could be, he could be watching your social medias, or she could be watching your social medias. They could be talking to people that you know. This person has two sides as well, is what I'm getting. Right now, they're showing the side of restraint, the side where that is more welcoming to people, not as intimidating to people. Yeah, so they may be waiting for an opportunity here. And that could be for you to, help them put you back in the water. They may have cut you off emotionally. Look, the only emotion is this little ass cup. The only emotion is this little cup. This person with so much power, so much knowledge, so much information, so much ability to have, this is what I'm talking about, that leadership role, right? The ability to lead a place, a situation, you into whatever direction that y'all want to go into together. They have that ability, but they offer you such small things. They kickstart things with you, but does it develop? Tell me more about this King of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. All right. Ten of Wands. Yeah. Wow. This person, I feel like this sword, the King of Swords, their sword is down because now they see that something was burdensome. This could be you. This could be the relationship. This could be things that are going on outside of them, or outside of your relationship with them. But this person has stepped away from everything and anyone. They're resting. They're rejuvenating. And that bird, that message, that hawk that they're using to view, to see, they're sending it out. They're sending out that bird so that they can see. They're waiting to get a victory. Wow. This person could very well be watching you. They may want to come in and talk about reconciliation. Do they want to come in and talk about reconciliation? They may want to come in and talk about reconciliation, but there's this energy of don't do it. Do they want to come in and talk about reconciliation with the collective energy? Do they want to come in and talk about reconciliation? They don't know. There's no answer. They're looking. They're determining. right? So this person, Tower, wow. For some of you, they go to separation, and you do have some good news coming towards you. They may be waiting for some good, unexpected good news. They may be waiting for that unexpected good news, but they are watching. Tell me about the Seven of Swords, because something is telling me don't do it. What's going on with this Seven of Swords energy? Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Six of Cups. Yeah. The Six of Cups is also about reuniting. Okay? Seven of Cups. But make the best decision, okay? You are out in the cold. I feel like this is like no contact at all. Like, you guys are not, I don't think you guys are like officially broken up. I don't think nobody said I want to break up. I don't think anything of that was said. What I think is that there is a separation that could be leading to a breakup. All right. Seven of Swords. Chariot. Yeah. I feel like this person will eventually want to come in and correct the situation. Look at the Devil is in reverse. Only card in the deck in reverse. Okay. I think this person will want to come in. You will want to go toward them. But I think it may take some time to find some balance and heal. Okay. Whether this is together or separate. It will be some time. Yeah. All right. Your person is in major control of the situation. They come up as a king and an emperor, which means they have the potential and the opportunity to give you more, but they penny pinch. This is your message, collectives. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.